Hey there, rock fans! You got Alicia back again. I am here on behalf of A Fan's Perspective, as always. Today I am here with the one, the only Christian.
The one, the only.
The one and only.
What's up?
You guys probably know him from Hellyeah fame, which is more recent. You may also know him from his previous history with Frankie Perez. And what's going on? What's new in the books? What's happening with you?
Crazy 18-month tour cycles. What's happening? We did Blood for Blood. We were out for just about 18 months. Our last run was New Zealand, Australia, Japan, which was amazing. We got to do 3 USO shows at the very end for the soldiers out in Japan, so that was killer. And now we're home. We're home for a little while. And we got the new record to start working on soon, and just enjoying a little home time with family and friends and my dogs. Kick-ass heavy metal dogs.
Yeah, you got to have that home time. Now, you guys were in Japan, and I've heard some crazy things about these Japanese fans. Did you guys have some, like, bus malls with girls just up against the bus? Or
No,
what was it like?
You know, Japan is, it's a little different out there. They're crazy, but they're respectful. It's hard to explain. Like, we did have some people waiting at the airports for us and things like that. They knew we were coming in. That was interesting and cool, crazy. But they love the music out there, and they scream and lose their minds, but they're very respectful too. So it's a different vibe out there than a lot of other places I've seen. But they still love their metal, that's for sure.
That they do. I've been to Japan a couple of times and around some festivals, and it's been a little crazy. They get a little crazy out there. But I mean, I love Japanese fans. You guys are awesome, and you heard it here. Respectful, but still crazy, which is what we love.
Plus, they got a band called Baby Metal out there, so that's a pretty interesting, crazy band. If you haven't heard of that, that's worth checking out.
I will check that out, I promise. Okay, so Japanese fans respectful, yet crazy. What state or city do you think you found probably the craziest fans in?
I mean, the Midwest, the whole Midwest area of the U.S. is awesome. They really love music out there. They're really true fans. They love metal. We have a large following out in the Midwest area. Shows are always great. They're crazy. Pits, everywhere. And Europe is great. The festivals in Europe are awesome too. That's the first time I ever experienced a wall of death from stage. I'm sure most of you people know what a wall of death is, but if you haven't seen it from the stage perspective before, it's insane. We were doing this festival, we were doing Wacken in Germany, and a lot of people, like 80,000 people, and we're sitting, they have signs posted in our dressing rooms, and everything's like, you can't encourage a wall of death, and if you are caught encouraging a wall of death, your set will end, you will be pulled from the stage, like, because I guess they don't want people to get hurt, right? It's kind of crazy.
Safety first.
So we're sitting there and we're getting ready to start. I think it was War and Me, and Chad says something like, "Fucking let's light this motherfucker up," and all of a sudden we see the crowd go, and we're like, "Oh no!" And then we start the song and wham, and they just lose their shit and slam into each other, and we're like, we didn't encourage that. That was not us. Don't cut our set. But we didn't do that. But it was pretty amazing to see from the stage perspective that go down.
Yeah,
pretty heavy.
I mean, I can imagine that in your career and in your history, just being a music lover, you've probably been a part of a wall of death or two.
I have never actually been in a wall of death myself. I have been in quite a few mosh pits back in the day, but never the wall of death. So that was kind of a new thing for me to experience. I was like, holy shit, that's insane.
Is it on the bucket list for you to participate in a wall of death?
So. No? I think I'm good with that.
Yeah, you've had enough concussions in your life. You don't need another one.
I prefer watching from the other angle now. I like to watch everybody get nuts. Yeah. That's always good for me.
Safety first for our metal musicians. Safety first. We want you guys to keep rocking and keep playing. So
right.
If you do participate in a wall of death, wear a helmet. Okay, protect that noggin.
I was gonna say, 2 points of safety. Wear a helmet. Wear a condom.
There you go.
Maybe not during the wall of death, but still. I
Yeah.
mean, you know.
You might.
Sometimes
it
you might
gets a
need to wear
little-
both at the same
yeah.
time. I mean, a helmet and a condom. I don't. That might be weird.
I think that's a totally different interview.
Right.
But okay, so you're back home in Vegas. What's happening while you're here in Vegas? What do you got planned for us?
I am relaxing a lot, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do the next record. Kevin Churko is producing the next record. He did Blood for Blood as well. His studio's out here in Vegas, so I get to be home. Everybody else has to travel here. I get to be home, so it's pretty awesome.
That does sound awesome to be you. I have to admit. Sounds awesome to be you. Yeah, that's great. I'm just going to go and tour the world with an awesome band for 18 months, and then I'm going to come home and relax, let the band come to me while we write. Just come on home.
It's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, rock and roll's kind of awesome, period, so, you know.
Back to kind of, earlier on in the interview when I first started talking, which I talk a lot, so sorry.
Well, you're an interviewer. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's true. I had mentioned that you've done work with Frankie Perez, and I'm just wondering if you're continuing to do that while you're here in Vegas, or if that's kind of on the back burner for now, or what that kind of deal is.
Frankie and I, we keep in touch all the time. For those of you that don't know, Frankie Perez is singing with Apocalyptica. They're out touring right now also. The last record was killer. We played together for a long time. I've known him for years. He's born and raised out here as well. So I think he and I will always continue to play together whenever we have the time and we're both in town, or if there's a gig somewhere else. We'll always play together. There's always that natural chemistry with he and I, and it's just fun to be a part of, for sure.
No, that's really awesome to hear.
Nothing on the books though at the moment. He's going to be gone at least through most of November right now. So maybe when he gets back, we'll do something.
Very, very cool. Do you have any personal projects that you're working on, or are you just sticking to kind of the big band stuff?
I'm really kind of sticking to Hellyeah right now. I really want to concentrate on this new record. I'm really excited to be included in that and be a part of this. So that's really important, and that's a big focus for all of us right now. Blood for Blood was a big step up for the band, and they, Tom and Vinny and Chad did that record, the three of them, with Kevin Churko, of course, and it was a great record, and so we kind of got to try to follow that up now and see what happens. So we're all, we're ready for it though. We're up for it. We're excited, and you always have ideas on the road. You record ideas on your phone. Phone's your best friend now. I wake up in the middle of the night in my bunk and everybody's sleeping, and I'm like, I got an idea in my head. I'm like humming into my phone, so hopefully you can decipher it. But that's what's it. That's where we're at.
That's awesome. And speaking of the writing process, do you have any idea, what's the writing process like with Hellyeah? Is it someone comes up with a melody and then you guys kind of go from there? Or is it everyone just sits together and you guys lock yourselves in a room and a song comes out of it?
It's going to start off with Tom and Vinny kind of in a room together, just writing and jamming and seeing what comes out. And the music beds usually always get done first, written that way, and then Chad will come in and get the music and start writing. I mean, he writes all the time anyway. He's just always writing. He's always up late in his bunk. I see him writing stuff down. He always has ideas. So I'm sure he's got a ton of lyrical content, and that's it. So the music, and then Tom and Vinny will come out here, and then probably hopefully involve Kyle and I in some of the process and see what ideas we have, and we'll go from there.
That is very cool to hear. So I am, and we are, you can't see it, but I'm motioning to Evan behind the camera. Yep,
What's
there
up,
he is.
dude?
Yeah, hey. Okay.
One note, listening to the bed tracks for Hellyeah before they had vocals and everything, and Vinny's SUV there, that was a fun time.
Yeah,
all
was.
the time.
It definitely was.
Didn't matter how many times we went for a ride, it was always playing.
Yeah, always, yeah.
Just cranked. Yeah.
Do you want to get in here? No? Okay. We, being a fan's
Don't
perspective.
You take my interview spot.
Yeah. Kill you later. Anyways. I got a little violent. I'm sorry. We'll edit that out later. We, being a fan's perspective, like to hear things, about the fans, for the fans, everything for the fans. We're here because of men and people like you, creating music that we love, that makes us crazy, that we get behind and just makes us go nuts. Now, for the fans, if there's just, a little tidbit you could just say to the fans, what is like a most important thing for a fan of Hellyeah, a fan of yourself, what's something you could say to them?
First off, I think we have some of the most kick-ass fans out there, and they give us nothing but energy back, which makes us give nothing but energy to them. And if you've ever seen one of our shows, we definitely don't hold back energy-wise. We give everything we got. So, we can't do what we do without the fans. I mean, without the fans coming to the show, supporting the band, buying the records, buying the tickets, we can't do what we do. You know what I mean? We almost like to refer to it as family rather than fans. Like we feel like all the people that come to our shows, the band, our crew, everybody's just one big extended family. All heavy metal fans in general, like it's kind of the vibe we like to put off. We try to take care of each other. We encourage that at our shows. The one thing Chad always says is like the same fucking guy that knocks you down in the pits, the same guy that's going to pick you back up because you look out for each other. And so we kind of try to have that vibe. We try to make everybody feel part of our Hellyeah family, and that's important to us, So we fucking love all of you guys, man. You come out to the shows, you support, you kick ass, and we'll kick ass for you, and you keep coming to support us, we'll keep coming to support you, and that's what it's all about. Fucking heavy metal, man.
Yeah, you heard it here. You guys, you keep supporting, they will keep working hard to make music for you to fucking rock out to. All right. I'm Alicia once again. We got Evan back behind the camera. I'm here with Christian of Hellyeah fame. We are here for a fan's perspective. We love the fans. We are the fans. Have a good night, guys. Keep rocking.
Later.
Sweet.